Palantir stock. Palantir is the main subject of today's video. Something strange happened here, okay? Very, very strange. Something very interesting. I want to react to the first 7 minutes of this video here that I just got to see a bit ago, okay, from Amit. If you don't know Amit, he's big in the Palantir community, very big in the Palantir community. He has some very interesting perspective, I guess we can say, in regards to something that just happened in regards to Palantir stock. And I want to share my opinion on this because I think this is something that definitely deserves some attention, and it is extremely strange timing in what happened here, okay? And so, yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. As always, appreciate you joining me. Thanks for being subscribed. New all-time high subscribers in the history of the channel. I think we're at 31,300 plus subscribers now, so I appreciate y'all being here as always. And also, make sure when this video is over today, check out the free workshop I put together for you guys. That's going to be pinned comment down there. I just put that together like 2 nights ago. How I find 10x stocks, about a 30-minute video. You get a lot of value out of that one. So, alrighty, let's get into this.
Okay, so we can transition a little bit to Q2 and what I'm expecting from that. I was talking with Adam Bergman, shout out to him, on the phone today. I am so scared and excited about Q2. I'm excited, well, let me do why I'm scared first. I'm scared because management guided 1 or 2% revenue growth quarter over quarter. Yeah, we know they're going to be GAAP profitable. And maybe they may surprise to the upside on customer growth, even though the rate of customer growth has been declining. I am scared Q2, we don't figure out customer growth expansion. Revenue comes in flat. Maybe we beat by $1 million or $2 million and we're GAAP profitable, but it's not that exciting, right? Like that could be a quarter and maybe the stock stays where it is, or maybe it tanks because it's just like not that exciting. And if anything, the justification of a almost $40 billion company now just can't be justified with that.
Okay, boom. First off, so this isn't the part that there's the main part I want to react to in this video. There's a much more interesting insight. But what Amit just said there, okay, am I worried about what Amit just said there and worried about this earnings? I would say I'm definitely a little more in the concerned boat from if I was just worried about the stock price in the short term. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, like if CARP doesn't come in and say like a new guidance type number, we need a longer term guidance number. If there's just a small beat on revenue, maybe small beat on EPS, and we get nothing about like we think we're going to be able to start easily growing 20% or 25% or 30% or 40% or whatever the number is, okay, that would definitely kind of, in my opinion, be a drag on the stock because we do know those stocks had an amazing run. I believe Palantir's up 100 and, it might be 150% plus this year. It's been an extraordinary move, right? So when you're talking about that sort of momentum, you've got to come in with the sort of numbers that can, get that momentum to continue on. If you just come in with slight beats, people like, and there's no doubt there's definitely a lot of probably shorter term trader money in this stock, knowing that S&P 500 inclusion is likely coming, knowing CARP's been talking about, all these customers are reaching out to them and they're getting more people reaching out in a month than they used to have reach out in a year and all these sorts of things, right? And so no doubt that this quarter, if you think about it from a short-term perspective, it's a risk and it's a huge upside potential because if CARP comes in and says we're going to do XYZ growth rate and it's way above what anybody's anticipating with this company, remember most analysts believe this is a company that's going to grow revenues 20%, like less than 20% moving forward. If CARP comes in and says, dude, we got 20% plus in the bag, it's a game changer for the stock, right? So I agree with Amit in regards to that.
Growth. That's the bear case for it. And there's obviously some other things that could go wrong, but CARP could bang on the table, but that's the bear case. The bull case is they figured out their customer count, and even if the revenue has not been generated off that customer account, if they have an increase in customer count, we know that Q3, Q4, that revenue will eventually be recognized because they got the customers to be able to get to that point. And then if the market tanks, it's a massive buying opportunity because if they increase customer count, but the high frequency trading algorithms don't care about customer count, all they care about is EPS and revenue, that's a dip that we need to buy because we know the revenue's coming.
That's a good point. And, secretly, I'm kind of hoping Palantir goes down because here's the deal. If Palantir goes up, let's say it explodes over $20 a share. I'm still not selling Palantir anytime soon. So stock go 25, I'm still not selling it or even close to kind of selling it, right? So as me being in kind of my position, I hold a roughly, let's call it maybe $100,000, maybe a little over $100,000 going into this earnings. I would rather continue to buy Palantir for $14 or $15, $16 versus buy it at $25. So I might be a little biased to hoping it goes down.
The interesting thing about Dan Ives is it's a week before Q2 earnings and he puts out this report.
Boom.
And so I'm just kind of like spitballing in my head here. I'm like, I don't think a guy with the type of credibility Dan Ives has, he travels across the world, international institutional clients recommending what stocks to buy. He's a stock picker and he's a tech stock picker. I don't think a week before earnings,
Dan Ives is one of the most, definitely one of the most famous analysts on Wall Street. No doubt about it. He goes on CNBC a lot. Very well known.
Putting his reputation on the line for them to tank to $11 or $12 or $8 because they just absolutely shit the quarter. I think, and this is me with tinfoil hat theory, I think a lot of these Wall Street insiders truly know people in the game. I don't think they put out a report, because he could have put out this report weeks ago. Nothing has changed over the past 3 months, if he wanted to put this report 3 months ago or now. I think the reason he's doing it before Q2 earnings is to make himself look good. And the reason he's making himself look good is because he got some type of confirmation, either by the street or by Palantir themselves, which I know is illegal, but we know this shit happens, that Q2 is going to be a good quarter. What are your thoughts on a guy like him putting his reputation on the line before Q2 numbers? Because he could wait right till after Q2.
Oh, wait, let me hop in here, give my perspective, and then we'll hear from these two gentlemen, which these two gentlemen, I believe they do miss the point in regards to this whole deal, okay? So, my opinion, yes, I agree. Really strange timing. You know, why would you, right before Palantir earnings come out with this and say, oh, you know, $25. And by the way, that's if analysts ever come out and put a price target, it's always a 12-month out price target. So basically saying, over the next 12 months, Palantir is going to be $25 a share, right? Why do that right before the earnings? Like, you could wait till after the earnings, right? And go ahead and make that move. But to do it before the earnings, you got to be almost pretty confident that based upon what you see, the stock's going to go up, because, you do not want to be the analyst that comes out, puts a big famous price target on a stock like this, right? Gets everybody talking, and then the next thing you know, the stock tanks, right? Because unfortunately, we do know people are very short-sighted with stocks. I still remember back in the day, this is like 2018 or 2019. I made this elaborate Tesla video going into I went on the whiteboard, went through my full Tesla valuation, everything, put my heart and soul into this video, and why I thought Tesla was going to, a $50 billion, a $500 billion market cap, which, by the way, it blew through that. And the next day, Tesla went down I don't even remember what happened, but the stock went down 9%. And I got just absolutely roasted in the comments. They just went in on me on how much I was such an idiot and this and that. And you guys better be thankful I'm still putting up these videos, man. This type of crap I got to go through all the time here on YouTube, man. But that's the nature of the game, right? You come out, you do a big price target like Dan Ives does. If Palantir stock tanks, everybody is going to be talking so much crap about he's clueless, he doesn't know anything, what a bad call. Even though it's like, well, that's a 1-year call and this is a 1-week experience, right? But it's the nature of the game. People get very short-sighted with these things.
He doesn't have to do this right now for him to be this bullish on the company. Any thoughts on that as a concept?
I think that somebody like him doesn't really care about one quarter. I think he cares more about the next 5 to 10 years.
But I don't agree with that, because if that's the case, why not wait till after Q2? I fundamentally disagree with that.
Because he doesn't care about Q2.
No, but so why wouldn't you put the thing after Q2? Why would you, let's say Q2 tanks the bed and he looks pretty dumb.
See, this is the problem that I have with a lot of the people in the Palantir community. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody here, but like, I look at Q2 as a check-in. I don't look at Q2 as a be-all, end-all, and I think a lot of people in this community still do. It's like, so who cares if it slips?
Okay, so that's a great point, but that's kind of missing Amit's point, in my opinion, right? This gentleman's making a point about, we shouldn't be so short-sighted. This is just one quarter in a long trajectory over the next 5-10 years, right? 100%, that's accurate. But that's a different point than obviously what Amit's trying to bring out here about why is this, very famous analyst, Dan Ives, putting out this report 1 week before Palantir earnings, right? That is a very, very strange thing. And so, yeah.
$11.
I agree with you. I think a lot of us agree with you. I'm talking about pure psychological. Like, let's forget we're Palantir shareholders. Why would an analyst say a stock that's at 16 is going to go to 25 a week before earnings if he doesn't give a fuck about Q2 earnings? And then if it tanks after Q2, then he can put it out, or then he can put it a revised.
Because he's not caring about Q2 at all.
No, that is incorrect. That's incorrect. He's a short-term Wall Street guy. He downgraded Tesla on the Twitter overhang when that was a stupid reason to downgrade them. He did it because he was caring about the short-term updates on Tesla.
Did he give a time frame on 25 price target?
No, he's just.
Okay, wait, hold your horses just a moment, okay? Once again, and this needs to be universally messaged, so everybody's aware of this, okay? If an analyst puts out a price target, it's pretty much always a 12-month price target, okay? 99.9% of the time. There's every once in a while they could change it up and I don't know, it's a 6-month or an 18-month, but it's almost always a 1-year price target. This is widely known in the analyst community. So just do keep that in mind, folks. Whenever you hear an analyst say, I think the stock's going to XYZ price, it's usually a 12-month call.
Okay.
10x.
If he's not giving a time frame, then it's irrelevant.
No, I disagree with that. Look, these guys that put out price targets, there's a reason Bank of America went from 13 to 18 after Q1. Hold on, let me speak.
It's because it depends what Palantir delivers.
Right, but let me finish. The reason Bank of America put that price target out is because the numbers got a little bit better to them. Like, okay, cool. The reason he should care about Q2 is because why did he downgrade Tesla to 175? And
so to push back against Amit a little bit there, that could be a reason, but also do believe a lot of these analysts just are chasing around stock prices all the time. And so if a stock price keeps going up and their price is way too low, they bring it up. Even if they're bearish on the stock, that happens, right? Same way the other side, like even if an analyst is bullish, but the stock keeps going down, they bring down their price target and they bring down the price target. So sometimes it is for fundamental reasons, like, oh, the business is getting better, we're going to upper. But a lot of times it's just these guys and gals are chasing stock price around if they already have initiated the call on that stock, that is.
100 in January is because he thought Elon paid $44 billion and he's spending it way too much time. The long term on Tesla, it's a $4 trillion company or something. So why does he care about this one quarter? He absolutely cares about a quarter because these guys' reputations are on the line. They would lose institutional clients if they get the quarter to quarter wrong. So to me, I'm just putting it out there. I think he absolutely cares. If Palantir goes to $10, you think he's going to be happy? You think his institutional clients aren't going to be like, what the fuck? You just said it was going to 25 and now it's at $10. And he's going to have to be like, oh yeah, they had a shitty quarter. Like, so why did you tell us to buy the stock right before they had a shitty quarter? Your fucking analyst going to figure out it was going to be a shitty quarter.
Let's go back to what he said. Was when he was talking for that 5 minutes when we opened the beginning of the conversation, was he talking about next week we think it's going to be XYZ, or in 2 weeks when they give their earnings report it's going to be XYZ? Or was he talking about the long-term $1 trillion market opportunity that they have in AI and how Palantir is going to be at the forefront of it?
That's irrelevant to what I'm saying.
No,
I don't think it's irrelevant at all.
You guys are hung up on why he put out the report. We all know he's bullish on Palantir. My question is the timing of it. Why didn't this happen a month ago?
Because he wants to be first, not last. To him, it's
a month ago he could have been first. So why didn't he do it a month ago?
He may have not come to the epiphany a month ago.
What do you mean? So they researched the company in 1 month and now they're like, oh, Palantir's a bit. No, they've been doing research for a long time.
Look, something may have clicked. Obviously, nobody knows what it was, but something made him do it. Something clicked. And
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Something clicked, right? Well, remember what Amit said earlier in this video. Oh, these people talk to each other. Maybe he found out information from Palantir, somebody close connected there, right? Something clicked, which gets back into it is strange timing to have put out this report right before earnings, almost like maybe something's coming. Maybe certain great numbers are coming. It's a very strange timing. Could all just be coincidence. But for a super famous analyst like that, and then to go on CNBC on a big program and then talk about that move, I'm with Amit on this, okay? Let me be very clear. I'm on his side. I think these two other gentlemen, I think they bring up good other points, but I think they're still missing the bigger point that Amit's making here, in my personal opinion.
He believes that this is going to be a very good long-term opportunity, and if it goes down, he's just going to come out and say, doesn't matter. The TAM is still there. The opportunity is still there. This is an even better buying opportunity to dollar cost average into the position.
Yeah, I think if he's thinking about a 3Q or 4Q target, why is he bringing up $1 trillion market opportunities?
Yeah,
that's just him marketing his pitch, right? Like he has to market his shit.
They're still missing it. They're still missing the point, man.
$1 trillion. My point is the timing of this is oddly peculiar because if you don't give a fuck about this quarter, then just wait till Q2's after. It's not like he's in a rush to be the first guy talking about Palantir on Wall Street.
Okay, but if they smoke Q2 and it goes up, 25 doesn't become nearly as.
So that's my point. That's my point. I think he's evaluated the risk reward maybe because he's really dug deep.
He's taking a gamble of when to put it out.
No. Here's my second argument. You're forgetting the first reason I even brought this up. I don't think he wants to let his reputation rest on a gamble with a speculative name like Palantir. Because if they tank the bed, he looks really stupid for saying $25.
I don't think it hurts.
He's not been that wrong for the past 5 years. He's been right on a lot of stuff. He's not like Kathy. That's like Roku to about.
In the short term, if Palantir goes down, I don't think it hurts him at all.
I don't think it hurts him. I just think I think he would, if he knew it was going to be a bad quarter, he wouldn't put out that report right before. He would just wait, just like let the quarter happen, and then if it goes to 11, you could say price target 18. That's still a huge upgrade in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, so, I really enjoyed that video. I thought that was a good talk between those gentlemen. I think, the two other gentlemen, I think they brought out good points there. I just think they still missed the main point that Amit was bringing. I think they were kind of coming around to it there at the end. But, okay, so my opinion with these Palantir earnings, here's the deal. If the numbers are great and they give some sort of guide that is very, very, let's call it positive, especially on the revenue side, because that's what everybody's paying attention to now. Like, is this real deal Holyfield AI play? 20 plus is in the bag if that happens. Now, if the numbers come in and they're lame, and there's no sort of concrete numbers going forward about next quarter or the rest of this year or going into future years, we think we're going to get back to certain growth rates. In that sort of situation, I see the stock actually going back under 15. Okay, do I see it ever going under 10 again? I think that's pretty unrealistic. All things are possible, but I think that's pretty unrealistic. Do I see it going under 12? I think that's super unrealistic outside of some massive miss and no guidance and no nothing. That would be just a complete disaster. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking 15 or under, kind of 14, 15 if things aren't looking that good, no concrete numbers, 20 plus easily if, they give something that's like 20% plus revenue growth going forward, 25%, 30%. That move would really be dictated upon what is the guide then at that point. Are we talking 20% growth, 25%, 30%, 35%? And you never know. You could hear something shocking. And that's the part you never know, right? That's the wild card. Look what happened with NVIDIA. 6% revenue growth was expected. Then the company's talking about going to do 60%. That was just shocked everybody. There's a shock and awe event that happens in a stock, and that very rarely happens. And that sent NVIDIA up, an extra $650 billion or $600 billion since that day they announced that, right? Pretty shocking. So in regards to Palantir, if you're going to have that shock and awe event that gets the stock, next thing you know, is $30 plus, and we're not even talking about 20s, we're talking about 30s, they would have to come in with some shocking number that's like, what? Analysts had a 19% growth or 17% growth or 15%. Now they're talking about 35%. Like, that would have to be the situation. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Thanks so much, folks. Thanks for being subscribed. New all-time high subscribers. Make sure you check out Pin Comment down there. Get access to that new workshop I put together for you guys a few nights ago. That's about a 30-minute video. You're going to really enjoy that. It's absolutely free to access that. Pin Comment. Much love and have a great day.